well, as you can see, the dog is fine. So what happened was, me and my girlfriend were walking Bear, and there was a stray cat in the yard. Well, not the yard, but in the apartment complex. And so what had happened was, so there's Thorpe Storm. My girlfriend had clicked him in where his name thing hangs. And so he runs after the cat, and that snaps, because the name thing is not strong. It's the D-ring on the collar that you're supposed to hook to. And so he goes flying out, and we're just like, whoa, no. And so he goes sprinting after him. Then luckily he stopped. We got up onto him, and everything was good. So, but you may notice that the set looks different. Because I have been spending the last couple days working on my big ASMR box, where I'm doing some no-talking videos from my other YouTube channel, where I do relaxing videos of all types, and so I'm moving on my no-talking ASMR over there. And yeah, this is kind of the setup. I'm using a super wide angle lens, super wide, so I think this could be some fun. I kind of like it. I might do more videos with it, because I like doing the hands. Boom. ASMR. Coming at you. It's fun. I'm a dork. I'm sorry. Anyway. So yeah, we got him. Everything's good. I've been making the videos. I think I've made like 10 videos or something like that. And I also have like an overhead rig that comes on here. But basically it's just a light here. Little light here. Just to kind of create like an even lit. I turn that just to feather it off. And yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing the last couple days. Been hanging out with my girlfriend a lot when I'm not making these ASMR videos, kind of focusing on getting into the productive cycle. This is my favorite of the no talking sound, just these wheels. I found these casters, and I've been having the camera a lot lower, so you can imagine like it coming in and out. I don't know, I feel like it's pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited about those. Some of them, I'm like, been holding these things for like a long time, and I'm like, it's not that good. It's kind of a bummer. But you win some, you lose some, right? And I'm just kind of working on decluttering, and that box is like just full of stuff. It's like if I can throw those things out, I have a box, because I'm planning on maybe moving here at the end of March. Me and my girlfriend are gonna move in together. And so she might move in here, but she doesn't really want to, which I don't blame her, because it's kind of my space, and she would probably feel like she's just coming in and invading the turf, so to speak. And I was like, oh well, what we could do is I'm not married to where anything is. I do like this shot, for ASMR purposes. It's very convenient, but there's a lot of stuff in here that is not specifically speaking like super necessary. Like Bear's got his fort, which is just the dining room table, but like anything else, my desk is back there that can move. There's a side room. I keep saying I need to do a tour. I'm gonna do a tour. Let me just clean the place up, which right now it's like at the messiest because I'm decluttering, so I'm just like pulling things out of cabinets and like, do I need this? No, throw it away. My mission for this week was to throw away 50 things, and I'm at like 20 something. Let me check. Let's see. We started at 8, and I'm at 31, so a little over 20. So far I've thrown away like 3 old computers. I saved the hard drives though. I don't really know what to do. I just pulled the hard drives. I'm like, that's probably security enough. I wiped them, and I'm keeping the hard drives, and I'll probably like manually destroy the hard drives before I toss them. I've gotten rid of a couple bags because I have so many like camera bags that I'm just like, I bought this for this, and just toss it. And I'm finding things I can pull out of the apartment, and I put into like I have like a bunch of like gloves and hats, and I put that into a bag that I keep in my car now for like when I'm on shoots, because when you're on a photo shoot or a video shoot, no one ever dresses right for the weather. So like I keep extra gloves and hats in the car for like the idiot PAs. I'm just like, here you go, dumbass. Here's some gloves so you don't freeze, because I know you don't have healthcare. If you didn't know, a PA is assistant. It's like the lowest job on a film set, and so like these kids, you know, they're like 20 and they're like, you know, they're still in college and they're like just learning and they're like, yeah, and they like come to set with like a hoodie on. You're like, bro, you live in Nebraska. It's like negative 10 degrees. Like, what the fuck are you doing shooting outside today? So, you know, you keep some extras in the car for them. And then every now and then, even like some of, you know, the directors and stuff, you gotta give them hats, and you're like, bro, come on. You're like 40, you should know better. Anyway, so it's just kind of like, you know, it is what it is. But some other things, there's a lot of other things going good. I made one of the biggest stock trades. If you're new here, I trade the stock market. I'm getting into it. I'm just kind of learning. And I just spit on the lens. You can see it. Oh no. There it is. Did I get it? Yeah. Wide angle lenses. Oh man, this would be so good. I have to do roleplay now, right? To be like, I'm touching your face. Your face is being touched. Is this good? Do you like this? Leave a comment down below. I'm after your comments this year. I caress your face ASMR. Face caress ASMR. I slap you. Huh? How can she slap? I don't know if you've seen that video. Just Google it. Just Google how can she slap. And it's the funniest. It's not funny in the sense that it's like violence against women. But it is funny just the way the guy is like, so it's like this, it's like a game show or something from like another country. I'm not gonna speculate what country it is. It could be Middle Eastern. It could be India. I'm not gonna say because memory fails me. But the guy has like this smug look on his face. Like he obviously just said something to this woman, and she slaps him, and he slaps her back, and much harder. You know, she slaps him in a dramatic game show fashion, and then he like really lets her have it. And everyone's like, and he's like, how can she slap? How can she slap? And then he just gets his ass kicked by like the rest of the game show contestants. And like the crew comes in and just like, so justice is served, you know? But just the way he's like, how can she slap? It's me and my girlfriend make it's an inside joke with us. We just say it all the time. Oh, I don't remember what I was talking about there. Anyway, stock market. So, I did some stock market stuff. And I made, this week, one of the best trades. You know, who knows? So far is that, so I do something called options trading. And essentially what options trading is I am selling calls and puts. So what happens is I have money or I have stocks. So if I have 100 shares of a stock, I can sell what is called a covered call. And what that means is I am selling the chance to buy my shares at a lower price. How it works is I say I have the stock. I don't think it's going to go up very high. And someone goes, bullshit, it's going to the moon. And I'm like, you want to bet on it? They're like, yeah, let's bet. And so I'm like, okay, if the stock gets to this price by Friday, I will sell it to you at that price no matter what it goes up to, you know? But if it doesn't get to that price, you owe me X dollars. That X dollars is called the premium. The price we're betting on is called the strike price. Now, the flip side of that is selling puts. This is where I have money and I go to someone who has a stock and I go, you know, I think that's gonna go up, and they're gonna go, no, it's not. It's gonna go down. I'm sure of it. Nothing good ever happens to me, right? And so I'm like, okay, I'll sell you insurance. And so if it goes below a certain price, I will buy it at that price, right? That price, of course, being the strike price. And in exchange for that, they give me what's called premium. So think of it like you're selling lottery tickets or you're selling insurance. And so this week, I sold insurance on a stock that has to do with Bitcoin mining. And it paid a lot of money. I think for one trade, it was a 5% return in a week, which is like bonkers crazy. Of course, if I had bought the stock, I think it's already up from when I bought it. have made $400 instead of $100. But you know, whatever. Like it's guaranteed money at this point, so it's all good, baby, baby, as the Notorious B.I.G. would say. And that's my best like 1 week play so far, aside from buying stocks that have gone up a little bit, which I'm not sure what my best play. But so far with options trading for one contract, $100. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it, you know. And that's the thing. That's the thing with options trading is it's calculated and it's there's two flavors of options trading. There's degenerate trading and there's calculated trading. The degenerates will buy the lottery tickets and they will buy the insurance and they're hoping that they win the lottery. Essentially, is what degenerate option trading is. What I'm doing is I am acting as the casino, or I'm acting as the insurance company, and I'm selling it to them. And it's much more collected. And so what often happens is people will be in my situation. They'll be like, yeah, you know, I sold this put and I made $100, but I could have made $400 if I had bought the stock. And you're like, that's not really how you think of it. Because, like, you could think of anything like that, you know, if you really pull back. Because it's like, the first time I heard about Bitcoin, it was trading for under $1. If I had gone all in at Bitcoin the first time I heard about it, I would be a multi-millionaire right now. But I didn't, you know, so it's like, okay, you know, that's a good thought process. You could have, so why didn't you? And they're like, well, and you're like, okay, well, shut up then. Like, I could have come up with Google if I had just learned how to code and, you know, when I was like 10. Now what? What's up? What's up? Come at me, bro. So anyway, I notice I'm like watching the screen a lot more than I normally do. I think it's because I always want to monitor what I'm doing, and with my other lens that isn't the super wide, it reflects me, so I can I look at myself and I'm like, okay, I'm probably in the frame. Whereas with this, it's like I'm a parakeet and I'm just looking at myself. I'm really liking the sand stuff. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm a big dork. Yeah, so stocks are going good, getting the YouTube going. I'm working this week. One of my other missions this week, aside from decluttering, I am getting out. I'm getting out the film reviews that I've already written. I'm gonna kind of polish them up, and I'm gonna try to make 10 videos for my film review channel, which I don't know if the link is in the description or not. I'll try to go add it. I don't know. But basically, I want to get into the film review because I'm doing good with my stocks. I just need a little bit more capital, and by a little bit, I mean a lot more capital. So I'm like, okay, what can I do? You know, so I'm trying to grease the wheels with my business, trying to get some more work, especially more crew work, where I just show up, work for the day, and then, you know, the mental energy can still stay on YouTube, which I think maybe, possibly, is my best chance long term for getting a couple dollars. But if I could get one more YouTube channel monetized, then I can start building some stock, and then you know, hey, things could be looking up. So you know, I mean, I say this a lot. I try not to talk about money so much on this channel, but it's something that's like occupying my mind a lot as I get older. And I don't know how many people out there are like thinking about it too, or if it stresses you out. You know, I'm trying to show my work. I'm trying to build in public, so that way you can kind of follow along and potentially like, okay, what is he talking about? Because it's going good for me right now, you know. And I think if you're having a hard time with money, you know, it's easier said than done to like, well, just go make extra money. But it's like, if you could start getting your money into the stock market, and it does, you push the snowball down the hill, it starts to build up. And it's like someone pointed out on a retirement forum, it was like, by the time you get to like $250,000, you're halfway to $1 million. And because of the time value of money and how compounding works, like statistically, not always, but statistically, $250,000 is halfway to $1 million. Like, once you get, so if you think about, if you know, you extrapolate that backwards, you know, it's like by the time you get to $25, you're halfway to $100. You know, because that $25 is working for you along with the money you're putting in. And so, you know, the sooner you get going, especially if you're younger, if you could just get that after school job for a little bit, if you could start your own YouTube channel, it's really not that hard. You get your phone out, start talking about stuff that interests you. Before you know it, you have 1,000 some followers, and you make a couple bucks a month, and you put that in the market, and who knows, by the time you're 20, 30, that could be a couple $1,000s. It's just like that. There are ways out there. There are ways outside of go to college, get in a bunch of debt, getting that degree. That there are options out there. Like, don't think if you hate school, like, there's no shame. I know your parents might probably hate you for this, but there's no shame in taking a year off and trying to explore your options and trying to, like, work 3 jobs, take the entire income from one of those jobs and just jam it in the stock market, learn how the stock market works. There's plenty of simulations right now where you can figure it out. You can make all your big losses, without spending a dime, without losing any actual money. You can just do the simulations until you figured it out, then take your money in. If you're like 16 to 25, like, this is prime time, baby. Get that money in. And even if you're very risk averse, hey, no shame. Get your money in. Get it compounding. Make some safe plays. There's a lot of safe plays. If you want my advice on safe plays, drop a comment. I'll leave you some notes, some stocks to go take a look at. I'm not going to say, obviously I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not saying everything goes up. But, like, there's plenty of stocks that are very well diversified. You buy 1 or 2 of them. You check in on it every couple months. It'll go up and down here and there. But, like, over time, they tend to continue to go up. So, that's my advice. Just think about, you really, because so much of life, of financial health, no one teaches you. You have to learn it all yourself, and it's the dumbest thing. That it's the biggest failure of the school system. That even I took a personal finance class, and none of the stock stuff was covered. They covered, like, retirement funds a little bit, but it's like, I feel like every time I talk to people my age, if they don't have an employer that does a 401k with a match, where they just kind of auto-enroll in it, and even then they're not maxing it out usually, I'm just like, I talk to people, especially freelance creatives, and I'm like, do you have money in retirement? A lot of them are like, nah. And I'm like, man, you got it. The tidal wave is coming, man. Like, I'm 35. I know a lot of other 30-year-olds that have $0 saved, and they have a house that they really shouldn't have bought, and it's just like, man, things are gonna get dicey when we get old and we can't work, you know what I mean? So, I'm just like, if I can impart one thing from you through my ASMR, like, figure out your finances. Like, no one's gonna teach you. If you want a good book, Ramin Sethi, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. It's a stupid name, but it's a great book, tons of great info. It's on Audible, so it's like 12 hours, so it's very in-depth, but it will teach you everything you need to know about managing your finances. And I will probably have to do like a series of that, because I feel like I don't do it. I fucked up a lot. I'm 35. I'm just getting into this game. It's like, but I've known for the longest time. I've had the knowledge. I just haven't practiced it. And so I'm trying to give the knowledge and trying to, like, urge you to, like, don't make the same mistake I did. Don't get in that credit card debt. Like, yes, it did technically work out for me. I'm doing okay, but I still have credit card debt that I'm working off. And I would be so much further ahead, if I had figured all this stuff out so much earlier. And I keep saying this, there's so many tools. Like, Robinhood is out there, Webull is out there. I'm trying to think, there's other online brokerages that, like, 0 commission trades. Like, you used to have to pay. When I started trading stocks when I was like 14, 15, like, I did it once for a little bit, and the fees wiped me out. Like, literally took all my money out of my account. And so I was like, well, this is stupid. And then I didn't do it again for, like, 15 years. I didn't do it again until I was like 30, because for part of that time I was too broke to do it. But you get the point. I wish I had just been putting $5 in a week or anything, because I was still, at more than once a week going to eat fast food. It's like, they say so often, it's like, oh, the key to financials, don't buy that coffee. You know what? Buy one size smaller than you normally get. Take that difference at the end of each week, put it into a stock account. At the end of the year, it won't seem like much. It'll be under $1,000, but it starts and it'll start building. And especially if you are like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, in that range, by the time you're 65, by the time you're 70, by the time you're like ready to retire, that $1,000 will have doubled, tripled, quadrupled several times over. But not only that, just getting that muscle memory, getting in the habit, and when you have a couple extra bucks, throw it in as well. It grows so much faster than you think it does. So that's all I got for you today. I hope you're doing well. I hope I can get back. I got a full day of work tomorrow, so I don't know if there'll be another video tomorrow, but I'll try. Fingers crossed that I can get back into it. Because I gotta tear this whole set down and I gotta rebuild the camera, and it's already like 11 o'clock at night, 11:30. So, yeah, I just hope you're doing well. And, if you're not doing well, if there's something I can help you with, some problems you're going through, like, let's draw some battle plans. Let's go after it with a hatchet. Let's achieve some shit. Let's make 2021 just punch it in the face. 2020 sucked. 2021 is not gonna suck. We're gonna overcome it. Okay, we're gonna come out better than we came in. That's what I hope for you. That's what I hope for me. That's what I hope for everybody. Okay? So, go get some sleep. Then wake up and let's crush it.